The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to celebrate the fact that we have broad shoulders. Broad shoulders tend to be a little bit more rare in women. So we are going to celebrate the fact that our broad shoulders make us unique and lean into that and to just be proud of them. Now, I know you're probably like, are you crazy? I've always hated my broad shoulders. This has been like a deep-rooted insecurity of mine since childhood. And I understand, like, it's going to take time, but the first step is trying to accept them, trying to reframe them as a part of your body that is strong, that is beautiful, that is athletic. So I think just shifting your mindset just a touch to think of them as being unique and interesting and beautiful rather than something to be ashamed of. So I'm just kind of over conventional style advice. They're just assuming that everybody wants to look the exact same. And that's not true. Like, each of us are unique. We have different features. We feel confident in certain outfits. So I am just all about finding pieces that make you feel confident. Because at the end of the day, it's about confidence. It's about wearing whatever you want to wear that gives you unlimited confidence. And that confidence shines through as you're walking around, as you're, working or hanging out with friends. It's like you just bring that level of confidence. And so it doesn't matter if a blazer makes you feel that way or a bodycon dress makes you feel that way. Like, just wear whatever you want to wear that makes you feel confident. That's what I want all the girlies to do, and to not like conform to certain outfits or certain styles just because, the magazines tell us so, or, that's what your friends are wearing. Just like being brave and being okay to venture out of the norm and to wear whatever the heck you want to wear. So along with like every insecurity, like, there has to be a reason behind the insecurity. Like, if it wasn't deep rooted in something, there wasn't depth to it, you would just get over it and just be secure about that body part. So I completely understand that if you're someone who has been insecure about your broad shoulders for a really, really long time, like, it's not just gonna disappear overnight. Like, you kind of have to dive deep and like unpack that insecurity and figure out, okay, what's the root here? And then how can I start to address the root? So for me, I have always loved my broad shoulders. So for me in 2025, I'm going to try to accept my varicose veins. And this is a very deep-rooted insecurity of mine, and it's even hard talking about it because that's just something I've kept to myself for so long, and I've just been really, really insecure about them. And so one of my goals for 2025 is to wear more shorts, wear more dresses, more skirts, and just being okay with my varicose veins. I did a little staycation with one of my friends a couple weeks ago, and she was the first person that I like officially told, and she was like, I don't think they're that bad, like, they're not that bad. And just showing her my varicose veins was like kind of healing in a way. It was kind of empowering. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. It made me really, really nervous, but like, she kind of helped me work through like the insecurity there. Like, why do I feel so insecure about them? And I was kind of like making them up to be so much more intense, so much bigger than they actually are, in almost a little bit of like body dysmorphia. And so it was really healing for me to kind of talk to her about it and like share with her about the fact that I've been really, really insecure about those, to the fact where it's like, I don't really wear shorts or I don't really wear dresses unless I'm wearing like tights or like nylons. So that's going to be a really big step for me in 2025, is to work on the insecurity and push through it. So we're in this together. That's what I'm going to be striving for this year. So if you're a girly and you have broad shoulders and you're just really, really insecure about them, maybe we can work through these insecurities together. And I kind of want to expand on that a bit more by saying, I was making them up to be this big bad monster, like a little bit of body dysmorphia. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm never gonna wear shorts because people are gonna notice and what are they gonna think of me? And so I was kind of blowing it out of proportion and like just making it really, really big deal when my friend was like, who is staring at the back of your legs? Like who? Like it's such an interesting area. Like no one's gonna be looking with like a magnifying glass at the back of your knees. So that kind of put it into perspective, like maybe insecurities that we have, we are blowing it out of proportion and we're thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's looking at this body part or they're looking at this, and just kind of making it into this big, hairy, ugly monster when at the end of the day, people are just so concerned about themselves. Like, yeah, maybe they notice, but like, who cares? Who cares? And that's also something I'm leaning into in 2025 is just like realizing everybody's so consumed with themselves. They're overanalyzing their own thoughts and actions. Like they don't care. They really don't care. So maybe that's something if you have broad shoulders and you just feel really insecure because you think everybody notices them because you feel like they make you look masculine. I can almost guarantee you nobody is looking at your broad shoulders. So I know like much easier said than done and you're like, okay, we get it. But I don't know, just kind of looking at them from a new perspective and taking the time and effort to kind of do the inner work and figure out why am I feeling insecure about these? And then how can we work through it? How can we work through this so that at some point in the future, maybe this year, maybe in a couple of years, you can actually start to feel some peace and start to feel just secure about them and confident about them. I think something else that can help is like having people to look up to. So like actual runway models tend to have broad shoulders. That's just kind of like the body type. It's like the inverted triangle where you got the really broad shoulders, you have the narrow hips. Like that is the model body type. So just having some people, having some role models that have your body shape and that are just killing it and that are accepting it and loving it and just kind of taking their lead and using them as an example of someone that you can at least strive for, that maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but you know, in the next 5-10 years, you can start to accept. You can start to accept those body parts, accept those broad shoulders, kind of based on the confidence that your role models have with that specific body part. Something else that has helped me over the years is putting attention on features or body parts that make me feel really confident. So you're kind of displacing the attention on features that you're not proud of onto features that you are proud of. So let's say you're a girly with broad shoulders and you're kind of insecure about your broad shoulders. You've never loved them. You're trying to hide them. But maybe let's say you love your long, beautiful legs or, you know, your beautiful legs. You love them. So like wearing skirts and dresses and outfits that actually emphasize your legs and it takes away the tension. Even mentally, even if it's just for yourself, it takes the attention away from your broad shoulders on a body part that you're really confident and you really love. So I think that can help too. It's like kind of highlighting different body parts, different features that make you feel really confident. And I think that's the magic of dressing well and having good style, is also like curating your wardrobe, picking out different outfits, different pieces that emphasize what you want so you have more control. So you can decide, maybe I don't want to look like an hourglass today. Maybe I actually want to look athletic. Maybe I actually want to emphasize my broad shoulders today. So it's like you have the control and you have the freedom to dress however you want. And the last thing is doing positive affirmations. And you're probably like, yeah, that's fluffy. That's not going to do anything. Well, try it. Just try it. Report back. Let me know, because positive affirmations can make a big difference. Now, the first couple times you do them, you're probably going to be like, yeah, right, I don't even believe this. But the more you do it, the more consistent you're with it, it can truly make a difference. I know I try to do positive affirmations every morning and it does work. So just give it a try. So with broad shoulders specifically, I love my broad shoulders. My broad shoulders make me feel really strong and beautiful and athletic. So kind of just telling yourself that until it seeps in, until it starts to make some sense, I think can definitely also work as a strategy for accepting your broad shoulders. So I know that was a little deep, that was a little different than most of my like tall girl styling tips videos and Amazon Finds videos, but I want you to accept your broad shoulders in 2025, or at least make strides towards acceptance. And I don't want you to spend extra mental energy or extra bandwidth on being insecure about them, because that can take up a lot of headspace. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know, like, if there's an insecurity that you're trying to work through. Happy to help however I can, and I'll see you in the next one.